playing Pokemon Yellow Legacy. So let's get into it. So we caught 8 Pokemon, which is good. No badges yet, but we played for an hour. And if we go in and just look at our Pokedex really quickly, one of the interesting ones that we caught, Pidgey, Rattata, don't care, Sparrow, don't care, Pikachu, don't care, Nidoran, male, Vulpix. Now that was the lucky one. The other one I think was Mankey, and I think that's it. I think that's all we caught. Whoa! Getting all the way to the end. I'm sure there's nothing else. Oh, Eevee. We saw an Eevee, which drives me nuts is that I've seen more than I've actually caught, but there's nothing I can do about that. Just making sure I actually healed my Pokemon. I did. So let's go and continue training. So the reason we are hanging around here is because we have to catch or train a skill to be able to beat Brock. So if we go in, we have to level up a skill for Brock. So something like double kick or something along those lines. And I don't think anybody has it yet. Vulpix has Ember, quick attack. So we can either go with Mankey, because Mankey can learn double kick, or Nidoran can learn double kick, and I think Vulpix can learn double kick, which is why I'm kind of training the Vulpix up a little bit. I would prefer to use a Vulpix rather than level up Mankey too high, because I don't see much reuse in Mankey. I mean, we got to get through Mount Moon, so having a few guys who can kind of take on rock Pokemon is not a terrible idea, but I can't see them long-term being in my party, so I don't really want to spend too much time and energy leveling them up. But I could see Nidoking hanging around if I had to. I don't know. The thing about the Legacy one is I'm supposed to be able to have all 150 Pokemon. So I don't have to be selective. It's not like I'm like, oh, I have to use the Oddish because I don't have a Bellsprout, but I'll have all of the Pokemon, so it's really whatever I want. Sky's the limit. So what do I want? I haven't really gotten there. I have trouble putting Pikachu away only because it's Pokemon Yellow. He's supposed to follow me around. And so in that case, do I actually not need the Vulpix because I'm going to have a Charmander and so I can just have Charizard? I mean, that's not a terrible idea because you can teach him Fly. Can you teach Charizard Fly? I don't think you can, actually. Now that I've said it out loud, I don't think you can teach Charizard Fly. I mean, still, though. So, okay, so you're going to get your Squirtle, your Bulbasaur, and your Charmander. So then technically I don't need a fire Pokemon. Maybe I should be training Nidoking. I mean, I'm going to get Vulpix to level 10 anyway because I got to be able to handle the stuff ahead of me, but actually now if I can remember correctly, one of the other things is we're playing the hard mode, or the hard mode. So hard mode also meant that we weren't allowed to use items like at all. I don't really know what the details are on the items. I think you can't use the item in battle. I've never actually tried, so maybe we can go in here and see if I can. Maybe the items button is disabled. No, it wouldn't be because I have to be able to get the Pokeballs. I don't know. Something told me you're not allowed to use items. It's got to be in battle, right? Like potions and revive. And the other thing was they cap off. You're not allowed to have them over a certain level. Which, I mean, I never really made them that strong anyway because they don't listen to you, right? Because of the badges. So I don't know what the cap is. I'm a little curious about that, personally. Also, I'm still recovering from laryngitis. So if my voice gets all squeaky or whatever, I apologize, but it's what you got. I didn't do it last week because it was real rough. Now it's not too bad. Every now and then you'll hear it. I get the little bit of the wheeze. Probably should switch Vulpix out. Nidoran in instead. Get him up a little bit. I mean, Rattata's in my party, but I don't really know why. He doesn't really need to be there. Because I'm pretty sure I can catch Eradicate, so it's not like I even need to evolve him. So that was a goal I also put on myself. If you didn't watch the first stream we did, I want to get all of the Pokemon that I can get. There's some that I just don't think I can get all of them, like the Eevee evolutions, because I'm pretty sure you only get one Eevee. And then how do I get all the other Eevees? It's not like Eevees are just out in the wild, I don't think. Maybe they are. Maybe they will be, and I can catch all the Eevees I want. But I'm going to try my best to catch all of the Pokemon, or at least complete the Pokedex as far as I can. I'm also out of money. Last time I checked, I went out and I bought some more Pokeballs, so I really don't have any money. But I wasn't really caring about that a whole lot because I can't use items anyway, so what's the point of keeping the money? I wasn't too upset about it. Oh, Nidoran's at level 10 already? Oh, shoot! Here I am blabbing on and I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. Okay, so Nidoran's at level 11. I probably shouldn't be training him anymore. Did he learn Double Kick? Pokemon stats. He's got Horn Attack, not Double Kick. How does Horn Attack work on rock Pokemon? Is it good? I can't remember. Let's not train Nidoran any further though, because I have to go through the forest, and so he might get some experience that way. Let's try to get the Mankey up a little bit, because 4 is pretty pathetic. So we'll try to get Mankey up a little bit, and then we'll head on, because I'm not going to train the Rattata. I don't care about the Rattata. Literally no use for a Rattata. Sorry for anybody who loves Rattatatas, but not for me. Even the Mankey I'm not really thrilled about, but his low kick will help me get through the rocks, so he gets to hang around for a little bit. Is this Pidgey gonna take me out? This Pidgey? Oh my god! That's embarrassing! Okay, let's try to put Vulpix out. I mean, Vulpix is almost gonna die too, but we'll see, we'll see. Use Gust, that'll kill Vulpix. Yeah, I was hoping Vulpix was high enough level that maybe he would get some experience out of it. Let's take Pikachu out. I'm also not too upset if Pikachu gets any XP, because he'll probably linger. And now, so here's the thing. I want Starmie in my party. I don't really want Squirtle and Blastoise. I really don't. So, do I go the traditional way and, you know, have your 3 starters, because that's how you play Pokemon Yellow? Or do I take advantage of it and just use whoever I want? Because Starmie was always one of my favorite Pokemon, because it got Recover, Psychic, and then you could teach it Thunder. And there was another move I like to give Starmie. Swift! So it never misses. Amazing! Solid Pokemon. I always want to make sure like I have a really good, well-balanced team, so that way no matter what Pokemon you're fighting, you have, you know, something you can fight against with it. Versus like Blastoise, it's really just water. There's nothing really else you can do. Although I do like having the ghost Pokemon. I usually have a Haunter in my party, which is another thing. Can I get Gengar? Because I can't trade to anybody. So like, can I catch a Gengar? They update the game so I can catch a Gengar. Also, I'm playing on an emulator, so it's not even like I can hook it up to a Game Boy and trade it, because we do have Game Boys. I have Pokemon Yellow, I've got Pokemon Red, I've got Pokemon Blue. Although this is a Game Boy Advance one, I think, which we also have Game Boy Advance as well. That's not really the problem. Well, I don't know, we have the trade cable for the Game Boy Advance. Doesn't matter. I don't think you can hook it up because it's an emulator. So then I don't think I can get all 150 Pokemon. There's going to be some that I just won't be able to get. So we'll just have to get as many as we can get. Try to go for all of them. And honestly, I'm kind of leaning towards not using all of the Pokemon. Like the starter guys. They're fine, but I feel like it's been done. Like, how many times have you played Pokemon and you've had those guys in your party and you won? Right? Although in the same breath, I always have Starmie. I love having Starmie in my party. As soon as I can get a Starmie, oh, I'm all over that. Love Starmie. Also like Alakazam. But again, I can't trade anybody, so I'm going to have Kadabra, which is still a solid Pokemon. Like, I don't know if they fixed it in this one, but... excuse me, Alakazam, all the Psychics are really overpowered. We're going to have to switch Mankey out because there's no way Mankey can handle this. What we might have to do is go down below the village to be able to catch some to fight Pokemon that Mankey can actually fight, because if he's coming out and everybody else is fighting, he's not getting any XP. He's getting like nothing. So I'd rather him get some, like 4 is unreasonable. I need him to get to like maybe 6 even before I can go into the woods. So we'll head down, we'll heal him again, and then we'll kill some Pidgeys and stuff down below, though for some reason he's weak against Pidgeys. I don't know. You'd think a giant monkey would be stronger than a bird, but what do I know? It's the rules of the Pokemon universe. I didn't write them. But we'll try to get Mankey up a little bit higher, just so it's manageable. So now, my question is, has people talked to all of the people in the village? I mean, I feel like I must have the first time I played, because you don't know anything, right? So you talk to everyone. It's like I was playing Dragon Warrior for the NES a while back, and I played the first one all the time. I grew up playing it. I had it and it was great. I loved it. But then I got the rest of the set 2, 3, and 4 because we collect retro video games and they were there, and so my husband was like, you know, we should get that since you like those games. So I got them and I was playing them, and I talked to everyone in the village, because you have to talk to every single person because somebody might tell you something important, because I know nothing about the world, right? Literally nothing. You're going in blind. I don't know where there's secret caves. I don't know what items are used for. I don't know anything about anything. And it's kind of fun, but then it's also kind of a pain in the butt because you don't remember everything. It's like when you play new games and you talk to people and they give you like a side quest. It's like in your journal and it's there, and you can go back to and be like, oh yes, there's a cave that has a magic cup or something in it. Versus when you play the old school games, there's nothing. So I have all these notepads of all these like tips and tricks of things that people have told me. Same thing with the prices of the items in stores. So if you go to one town versus another town, the prices are different. And I'm super cheap, whether it's a video game or a real life. So I have to make sure I'm getting a deal. I will literally walk like 30, not 30 minutes. It's not really that long, but like well, maybe once you fight all the monsters and stuff, it is a detour to get to some of the towns, and I will do it so I can save some money. But I also want to make sure I have the best armor and weapons and things of that nature. But I really like those kind of RPG games. There was actually another one I was playing a while back, and I haven't actually beat it. Too busy. Not enough time to beat games anymore. Was Faxinato for the NES. And that one, you had to write the code to remember where you saved, because it would calculate based off of what items you have and where you were and whatever. It would generate, I don't think it's hexadecimal, but some kind of like key, and you'd have to write it down with letters and numbers, and that would be the thing you would have to input in whenever you were playing. And I forgot that I was supposed to be switching out Mankey, so now I'm not even going to bother. Use next Pokemon? No. The whole point of this is just to train Mankey, so I'm not even going to waste my time. We'll go back up and heal and then bring Mankey back down. But then it frustrates you if you lose that stupid code. Like, I was playing it, I got pretty far, because the point of the game is you're like a hero who was away at war or something, and you come back and your village has no water. And you have to go up the tree of life to figure out where the water is and to bring the water back down through the tree. And I got pretty far. I was like, I could see the branches. I wasn't just like on the stump of the tree anymore. And I lost the code. And I had no inspiration, no desire, no nothing to go back and try to fix it. I was like, no, I don't care. But I mean, you could look it up. All the codes are online anyway, so if you wanted to, you can. There was a code, if I can remember correctly, to start off with like all the best stuff. So you'd have like the magic armor and the magic shield and the magic sword and whatever. Just a little bit cheating. Just a little bit. What I would do when I played that game, because whenever I started over, there is a code. So once you get to the first town, there's a special store there that has a really good sword and a really good shield. It's not the best in the game, but it's a really good one, but it's expensive. So you have to spend like a good long time fighting the monsters down below to get enough money, and so then you'd have to grind and then go heal and then come back and kill them, and it's like forever. But again, I'm cheap and I like to have the good stuff, so I would do that. I would sit down and I would do it over and over again until I found out what the code was that would allow me to have that sword and that weapon. So it's not like I was cheating, but I was saving myself like 2 hours of gameplay because otherwise I would sit there and do it. And I don't really feel too bad using key codes and stuff when you play games because the developers put them in there. I mean, they're technically there. You can use it. It depends on how you want to play the game, right? I don't want to spend 2 hours killing monsters at the very beginning of the level so I can have a good sword. Don't care. Just give me the sword. But then some people are purists and they're like, no! You must never use codes. Whatever. Also, at this point in my life, I play games for fun. So I don't play things on like super hard mode. Don't care. I don't want to die 20 million times. I want to play to relax. I want to enjoy the story. I don't mind a challenge, don't get me wrong. I don't want to not have any challenge at all through the entire experience. But I also don't want to die 20 million times. The idea that I can change the difficulty at any time, love that on some of the newer games. Because if it's too easy, I can make it harder. And then if I'm finding it too hard and I don't want to deal with it, I can just bring it back down. Something, though, that modern games are kind of doing, and I hope they continue to do, is refresh your course. If you haven't played the game in X amount of time, or even if there was just a button I could find somewhere that gets me in and gives me a refresher on the buttons, because I was playing something on the PlayStation 2. What was it? Oh, I can see it. He kind of looks like Link. I'm trying to think of what his name was. I don't know. Anyway, I was really enjoying the game. The idea was that like there was this monster that came in and like took over the village and like sucked up all of the buildings. Or it was like a magic genie or something. I can't remember. Anyway, you had to go through and like get the houses and stuff, and you would like rebuild the village by finding the physical buildings. Anyway, I was pretty, I wouldn't say pretty far, and I was, oh no, what happened? What happened? Oh, I pressed the keyboard. Whoops. Don't press the keyboard. Gotta use the little devicey thing. The devicey thing, also known as a controller. So, Mankey leveled up, so I don't want to sit there and fight the low guys anymore. I'm gonna go into Viridian Forest and we'll see what bug Pokemon we can get. I actually don't know how many Pokemon or Pokeballs I have left. I have 8. Okay. 8 Pokeballs. Again, we're trying to catch all the Pokemon, so I need to be able to catch them. But I have to be strategic about this because I have no more money, right? So does it make sense to catch all of the Pokemon? Or to pick and choose which Pokemon I want? Do I want to get Mankey up? Yeah, let's keep getting Mankey up. Caterpie. Oh, that's not a bad reason to keep Rattata around in case I need to catch like a Caterpie. Because I've got to catch a Caterpie. Mankey can do it again. Not kill him. Caterpie uses String Shot. And one more slash, and then we can throw the Pokeball at it. He should be low enough now. Yeah. So let's throw a Pokeball. And make sure to press the A button. Dark Cloud. Yes, that was the game. Dark Cloud. Loved that game. But then when I went to try to go back and play it, there was no controls. So I was trying to remember, and I remember they were backwards. So it wasn't intuitive. Like you would press like the A or the X or the whatever controller you're playing, but in that spot as your main button, but it wasn't that one. It was something else. So you really had to think about what you were doing when you were playing with it. And I just couldn't get back into the controls. And each of the different characters had like a different weapon. One had a slingshot, one had an axe that I think he threw, and whatever. I couldn't figure it out. So I just stopped playing it, which was really sad because I enjoyed the story. I thought the story was really interesting and I was looking forward to it and I had lots of fun. But if they would have just had a refresher, which of course they can't go back and do because it's an old game, but for newer games, I appreciate it when they can give you a refresher. Also, in case anybody can't see the chat, I don't know if you guys can or not, that's why I was referring to Dark Cloud. Someone in the chat, Mad Mike Mayhem, had mentioned Dark Cloud as the name of the game. And Vulpix is poisoned! Oh no! We've got a Nidoran male. Shouldn't be a problem. Hurt by poison. No! I don't understand the point of Leer. Any of those. Leer, Growl, Tail Whip. It just feels like a waste of slots. Vulpix grew to level 10. Oh no, really? Yeah, sorry lass. I'm curious. I suppose there's probably a Pikachu in here. I guess I don't need to stay in here though, because I already have a Pikachu, so it's not like I need to catch a Pikachu. I do not need to catch this Caterpie. I can just kill him. Get my Mankey some skills, because he's the only thing he can fight are caterpillars. I mean, come on. Again, giant monkey and can't take out a bird. He can only take out bugs. And barely, like, he's not doing great. He's just, you know, killing the Caterpie. Excellent job, Mankey. So proud of you. Again, anybody who loves Mankey, I apologize. Not my favorite Pokemon. Found a Pokeball. Perfect. Replaces my Caterpie that I just caught. So I think I'm still back up to 8 Pokemon. So here's the thing. Which is better? Weedle or Caterpie? People have strong opinions as to which one they prefer. And people are like, well, Weedle is just generally stronger, right? Because you've got the poison and you've got the multi stabby fury swipes. No, I don't know. There's one attack where you can just hit you multiple times. Fury strikes, maybe? Or... oh, shoot! I was supposed to catch him! Oh, shoot! I was supposed to catch him. Whoopsie doodle! I'm sure we'll find another Weedle, right? It's not like the Vulpix where it was, like, really rare to see him. Whoopsie doodle. Oh, there we go. Mental note, catch this Weedle. Catch this Weedle. But yes, which one do you prefer, the Weedle or the Caterpie? Because most people lean towards the Weedle, but I actually prefer the Caterpie because I like the idea of being able to put him to sleep. I like the poison powder. I'm a big fan of Caterpie. I think Caterpie is underrated. I'm not going to use him in my main party, but I think he's underrated. If I was going to pick between Caterpie and Beedrill, generally I'm going to pick Butterfree, although peanut butter is amazing, so can't knock him for that. And we got our Weedle. Perfect. He's a hairy bug. Beware of the sharp stinger on its head. It hides in grass and bushes where it eats the leaves. Oh, isn't that exciting? He eats leaves in the bushes. Was transferred to someone's PC. My Vulpix is gonna die. I don't need another Weedle. And here I was worried that I missed the first Weedle. All the Weedles. So what else is in here that I need to catch? So there's the Caterpie. There might be a Metapod or a Kakuna, which I can catch, or I can evolve one, which I would prefer to catch if I can just find it. Actually, don't the bug Pokemon evolve really quickly? It's like 10 and like 15 or something like that. So maybe it does make sense to just evolve the Weedles. Just because I don't have tons of money, which means I can't buy tons of Pokeballs. And if I can't catch tons of Pokemon, do I want to limit what I have? I'm probably still going to catch them. Because at some point, you're going to have more money than you need. Especially if I can't use items, right? So, what else am I going to spend my money on? But this game is also going to have all the Pokemon. Versus, like, Blue and Yellow and Red. They didn't have all the Pokemon when you originally played them. So, of course, you had an abundance of money. It shouldn't still be a problem, right? I should still be able to catch one of everything. I can't even remember how much Pokeballs are. Are they like $100? Because I think I'm only getting like $60 from a battle. Oh no, Mankey's not fighting him. Pikachu! And Thundershock. Yeah, I think I should still be okay to be able to just catch them all. So I think if I find a Metapod, I'm just going to catch him. Vulpix fainted. I knew that was going to happen soon. I ran out of Pokeballs to catch Pokemon with. I do carry extra. I think I have 7 left. No, I didn't want to talk to you twice. Mankey can take out the Caterpie. Because I would like him to have the double kick if I can get him to have it. Need something to be able to fight all that rock Pokemon with. Because it's not just the Boulder badge that you have to get, but you also have to do Mount Moon. And it's funny, I always start over the game and I always forget how terrible Mount Moon is. But then, once you get past Mount Moon, you know what's even worse? Is the Pokemon Center, not the Pokemon, the Team Rocket one in Saffron. Saffron is, I hate that one. Celadon is not too bad, but the one in Saffron City, I don't want to do it. That makes me not want to play the game. I freaking hate those ones. But we have the Pokemon Yellow guidebook, because my dad was really into Pokemon. Well, any video games. He had to beat the game 100%. And so he bought this because it had like tips and tricks and stuff on how to. Are you really not going to be able to kill like a Caterpie? I'm so disappointed in you, Mankey. He needed to be able to like catch all the things and get all the items and 100% the game. And this was before the internet. Well, no, we had the internet, but like it was back in the day, right? When you couldn't just Google it. Like you had to like go on to dial-up and you had to like find it. Actually, I remember him printing out lots of walkthroughs from the GameFAQs. He would like literally print it out. He did it for Ocarina of Time because he was trying to find all the skeletal heads. He could have a checklist to drop them all, to scratch them off. Anyway, he bought the yellow Pokemon book so that way we could make sure we had all the stuff in Pokemon. And it would tell you how to get through the mazes. So you didn't actually have to think about it. You're like, oh, here, and then here, and then here, and then here. And you're like, oh, I'm out! Awesome! But then I have to go back to doing it without it, and it really sucks. I should check the health of my Pokemon. No, I'm okay, because I haven't used Nidoran yet. We're fine. Because I don't have any potions, right? So I want to make sure that I can get out. I could also just avoid the grass, too. That is an option. I want to see how much money I get here. I'm getting... How much money am I? $60. So I'm now getting enough for a Pokeball from battling one guy, so I do still have to be careful with my money. And Mankey is such a terrible Pokemon. Why is Mankey so bad? I remember Mankey being better. Maybe I just want Mankey to be better. I believed in Mankey. I mean, I guess I could also throw Nidoran female in my party. I'm a little concerned about what this cap is, and I'm worried if I like hit like level 15, all of a sudden none of my Pokemon are gonna listen to me. But this woods isn't deep, so I should be able to get across. And now I'm trying to remember what level Brock and his guys are at. Because it's a fine line. You don't want to go in there too weak, but you don't. I also don't want to spend too much time leveling up if I don't need to either. Metapod, no, that means it's going to update my Pokedex for another thing that I can't get. I'm actually going to try to see if Mankey can beat him. He probably can't because he probably has Tackle. The benefit of evolving your Caterpie instead of catching. Yeah, I knew he was going to have Tackle. Can Mankey beat a Metapod? No pressure, Mankey. There's a little bit of pressure. Especially because he's using String Shot in between as well. So a little bit of pressure. Look at all those String Shots. He should be able to do this. There's a little bit of pressure. Anytime now, Mankey. On the plus side, he should get a lot of experience because it's level 7 and he's level 7. So it should be a good amount of energy. Experience. Levels him up. Okay. Did you learn your low kick yet? No. Okay. I mean, let's try to see if you can beat the Caterpie. Maybe the Caterpie's just going to use String Shot the whole time. Oh, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I'm now a little concerned about trying to catch Pokemon. But I can take my Rattata out. I still have him. I think he's only at level 4. Is that it? There's another hit. Beautiful Mankey. It's weird how there's like a hump once you just like they're weak, and then you get over a certain level and it feels like they're like super strong all of a sudden. Now can he take out the Kakuna? Why is he using String Shot and not Poison Sting? Why would you not use Poison Sting? I guess if he caught it as a Kakuna, it might not have learned. No, why would it have String Shot? String Shot is a Caterpie move. I didn't think Weedle could learn String Shot. I don't know. Seems odd to me. And now Mankey is level 9. Now did you learn low kick? Yes, he learned his low kick. Awesome. So do I want to keep going up a little bit more? Yeah, let's go up a little bit more. Because at some point I'm going to have to go back and heal. There's no way I can get all the way through this without healing first. Low kick, bam! Kill that Caterpie. It's not very effective. 50%, but not very effective. That poor Mankey at his speed, it must be at 0. So I'm trying to remember where all the items and stuff are in the forest. I mean, this one's not a big one, so... Yeah, there's an item. Boop! Ooh, I have a potion. Ooh la la. I can't use it apparently, but I have it. Ooh la la. I could sell it? Buy more Pokeballs? I'm really concerned about not having enough money for Pokeballs. It's because I'm cheap and I need to make sure I have all the money. Is this Pidgey? Oh, he flinched. Awesome. I was about to say, I'm like, is the Pidgey gonna take out my Mankey? I forgot how powerful a move Low Kick was, so maybe that's why I always thought Mankey was a good Pokemon, because Oddish? What's Oddish doing here? What is Oddish doing here? He's not supposed to be here. Okay. Okay. we need to catch the Oddish, so we need to be careful with what we do with the Oddish. Okay, we can hit him again. And that puts him... Okay, so now we're going to just try Pokeball. Because I don't think he could take another hit. Come on, I pressed A. So is that a thing? Does anybody else do that? Press the A button to like make sure the Pokemon stays in? Because I always do it. It may be mistaken for a clump of weeds. If we try to yank it out of the ground, it shrieks horribly. Well, I mean, I would too. I wouldn't want somebody pulling on my head. So what was the Oddish doing here? Is there a Bellsprout in here? Should I be looking for a Bellsprout while I'm here? I'm just thinking, because usually where Oddish is Bellsprout, depending on if it was yellow or if it was blue. No, blue and red. I mean, try to kill him, I guess, if you want. Yeah. He's not... He does learn String Shot. I didn't think Weedle learned String Shot. It's news to me. Again, I don't really like Weedle. If I'm going to play, I play with a Butterfree. A Caterpie to Butterfree. Use next Pokemon. Sure. Let's go with... Actually, you know what? Let's be crazy and use the Caterpie. If he uses String Shot, I might be able to use Tackle. And then Caterpie can get some experience, so I don't need to catch a Metapod. Oh, load all that XP. Whew! So much XP. And after this next battle, I should probably turn around and go heal. Because I think there's another, like, 3 battles, and then I'm out. But I want to make sure that I have enough health to get through it. Last thing you need to do is black out and lose a half of your money. It's embarrassing. Bugcatcher sent out Caterpie. Let's do this, Pikachu. I'm a little disappointed that didn't kill him in one shot, but I guess there's only a 3 level gap, so I guess that makes sense. It's a little frustrating. It's a Caterpie. I feel like you can just smush it. Smush, 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 and he's gone. Pikachu grew to level 10. Bugcatcher set out Metapod. I guess Pikachu can fight Metapod. Because Nidorann's at 11, Vulpix is at 10, Pikachu is at 10, and Mankey's at 9? Is Mankey at 9? Yeah, I think Mankey's at 9. And I'm really feeling like I should try to add like a 5th Pokemon. I don't like to waste time training people that I'm not going to keep, but I don't know if this game, because it's on hard mode, if the difficulty of the battles are going to increase or if they're just going to be the same. Because I don't always have 6 Pokemon in my party until I, find 6 Pokemon I like to have. It doesn't make sense to me to train Pokemon that I don't want to keep. I want another Bellsprout. I already have an Oddish. It's funny, I was so excited to see him and now I'm like, I don't care. Same thing with the Vulpix. Over the moon to find Vulpix. And then I was like, whatever, just the Vulpix. It's just an Oddish. It's weird that the Oddish is here though. Well, let's use Quick Attack. This is taking forever. Quick Attack. Boom. That didn't kill him either. Ugh. Okay. I guess electric doesn't really work on grass Pokemon, but whatever. Okay, Pikachu gained 55 XP. Beautiful. Let's go and heal. I'm actually going to avoid the grass because I'm a little worried because I'm only training a handful of Pokemon that my Pokemon might get too strong. Fine line. So we'll go and heal real quickly. Because Vulpix is already dead, if I can remember correctly. Yeah, Vulpix died because he got poisoned early on. And when I was walking around trying to find stuff, he fainted. I'm sorry, he fainted. Oh no, Pikachu! Oh no. More reason why I have to go to the Pokemon Center. Do, 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 do. Okay, we'll go heal. Yes, heal my Pokemon. Cause I currently have in my party Caterpie, which is... I guess I'll keep Caterpie because I might be able to get him to evolve into a Metapod, so I don't have to catch Metapod. So one thing I did when I was younger, because I had all the time in the world as a kid. Where does the time go? As an adult, you're like, I have no time for anything anymore. You take for granted when you're young how much free time you actually have. But I beat the Pokemon Elite 4 with all 150 Pokemon in my party. So if you went into the book, you'd have like a Bulbasaur, an Ivysaur, a Venusaur. That's not to say I trained them up to a level that was reasonable to be able to, you know, actually hold their own, but more it was, I just had it. Like I would have like a level 4 Caterpie in my party, but then I would have like, I don't know, like Alakazam or something to like counterbalance it. So that way I'd have like a couple powerhouses and then like a couple weak guys. So I put Caterpie first because I'm gonna battle people and I'm hoping that if he comes out first I can take him out. And ooh, Kakuna. I mean, it's not a bad thing to have Caterpie out there. No, let's put Rattata. Let's switch it for Rattata. Because I would like to catch the Kakuna if I can get away with it. I'm just hoping I can get some XP for Caterpie so that way he can just evolve. Let's tackle him. Critical hit. Oh, I hate it when they harden. It takes forever. Oh, so painful. Harden is a terrible move. I'm gonna gamble on it and do one more tackle. Because I don't think it'll kill him. I'm actually gonna gamble again. As long as it's not a critical hit, we're okay. It was a critical hit. Whew, I got lucky. Okay, let's catch the Pokemon. Boop. That was dangerous. I got greedy there. Kakuna was caught. Okay, new Pokédex data will be added for Kakuna. He's a cocoon Pokemon. Able to move only slightly. When engaged, it may stick out its stinger and poison its enemy. I feel like it should always do that if it's being engaged by an enemy. Just sting people. I don't know. If that's your defense mechanism, unless you're like a bee and you sting and then you die, then maybe don't do it. But if you're like a wasp and you can sting anything, I mean, sting it, right? Okay, let's get Mankey out there. Cause I do want Mankey to level up as well. This kind of like gives them less XP, so Mankey won't get quite as much XP. I don't think low kick works on Weedle now that I did it. I say that and it killed him like 50% of the way there, so what do I know? Clearly not much about Pokemon anymore. It's been far too long since I've played Pokemon, clearly. Scratch. See if that'll just take him out. Yeah, it did. Perfect. Caterpie gained some XP. It's still probably easier to just catch a Metapod, so if I can find it before the Metapod evolves, I'm also okay with that. Let's take out Vulpix, because that'll be done in like 2 seconds. Just finish it. I'm really still excited about my Vulpix. I mean, I really like Vulpix, and you don't usually get Vulpix until like the end of the game, so I get to see Vulpix early on. Super thrilled. Caterpie grew to level 5. Awesome work, Caterpie. Very proud of you. What do we got? A Metapod! Look, now we don't need to catch the Caterpie as long as we can catch this guy. Okay. Don't kill him, Caterpie. I believe in you. Enough tackles to get him down, but not to kill him. Oh my god, it's so slow. But like if I took out... Vulpix would destroy him. Mankey probably would destroy him. Pikachu would probably do it. It's the problem with having two strong Pokemon in your party. You can't really catch anything. So I always try to keep somebody on the lower end just so that way I can catch things. At least for when you start a new area. Okay, how much did it take off? Oh yeah, we still have a few more hits. Oh my god, did he hit me? Whew! Metapod decided he's gonna do something over there. And again, Caterpie. Watch out, that Metapod's coming for you. He's an angry little pod. And you're taking forever to kill him. One more, because I'm greedy. I'm always greedy in these games. I'm super cheap, but super greedy. I also don't have tons of Pokeballs. You stupid Metapod! I just said I don't have tons of Pokemon balls, and what did you do? You didn't stay in your Pokeball. No, I'm done with this. We're not using 3 balls. Very disappointed in you, Metapod. Now what are you gonna do? Yeah, that's what I thought. Nothing, because you're paralyzed. Now you're gonna go in your stupid little Pokeball. Make me waste a Pokeball. How dare you? Really? I'm so angry right now. I've wasted 2 Pokeballs on him. I have to hit him again, right? What other option do I have? And so I'm gonna hit him. Please don't die, because I've already wasted 2 balls. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, Pokeball. Stay in that Pokeball. Can't believe I had to waste 3 Pokeballs on that. Right now I'm just playing retro Pokemon. I might play something in the future after I finish this, but right now it's just Pokemon. Hardened its shell to protect itself. However, a large impact may cause it to pop out of its shell, which does not sound like a good thing. I feel like if it's not ready to be a Butterfree, it probably shouldn't pop out of its pod. Just, you know, a thought. Oh, I was going up, not down. That stupid Metapod got me all frazzled. What does it think it is? Very upset with that stupid Metapod. Which means I don't need to train Caterpie anymore, so I might as well push him right down to the bottom. Who am I fighting? Whatever. Mankey can do it. No, Mankey can't do it. That was the one thing I probably shouldn't have put out, was Mankey. I probably will stick. So the question, again, I don't know if anybody sees the chat. I'm new to this. So the question was which retro games you might stream and what on. I don't do a whole lot of streaming. I do the Sunday night for Pokemon, but that's because it's kind of like an accent to our YouTube channel, which is Tailored Breaks, where we open Pokemon cards in like a battle style to see who can get the better pulls. So this is actually pretty new for us to be able to come in and play games, but it seems to be getting some kind of traction. People seem to be liking it, so we'll see. I'm a big fan of the retro games, so I mean earlier last year before we decided to start doing the YouTube, I was playing old school RuneScape. I was playing that for a little while. And then my husband was doing some stuff on YouTube and he asked if I could come help him over there, and so I went over and it kind of took up a lot of my time. So I stopped with Twitch, but one of the commenters on YouTube said that they would enjoy watching us play, so here I am, playing on Twitch again, which I don't actually mind. It's an excuse to actually play because there's so much things to do and there's only so many hours in a day, right? So if I'm telling people I'm playing every Sunday at around 8ish, it encourages me to come every Sunday around 8 to come play. Why didn't I move Caterpie? Because I'm sick and tired of it. That's why, stupid Caterpie. I was trying to evolve him, but there's no point anymore, so I just need to move him down. It's when you're talking and you're doing other stuff, you forget to pay attention. Like when I tried to catch that Weedle earlier and I forgot about throwing the Pokeball. Minor detail. Let's move the Caterpie right now. Caterpie, you're going to the bottom, but I don't actually want Vulpix to come out. Do I want Vulpix to come out? No, it's too manky. So that way they're all kind of at the same level. And I'm just ignoring that Rattata. He can just sit there. He's there really just in case I need to catch something again. Okay, what do you got? What's the hurry? I don't know what you're gonna do, Bug Catcher. You got 2 Pokemon. Pinsir, what the? Why do you have a Pinsir? Where can I get a Pinsir? Where did you find that? Okay, so that doesn't work. And that's not gonna do anything. Let's bring the big guns out. Vulpix, I choose you. Okay, let's just use some Ember here, because if he's a bug Pokemon, he should, in theory, not like the fire. And we'll do a quick attack. And that didn't kill him. I should have just used the second Ember. I don't know why I'm trying to save the Embers. Like, the Pokemon Center's not like 2 seconds away. Mankey grew to level 10. Good job, Mankey. Metapod. I'm sorry, you had a Pinsir, and then you have a Metapod. I'm just saying. It's such a contrast. Did his dad go to like to the Safari Zone and find the Pinsir and brought it back? And he's like, I'm gonna go catch my own bug Pokemon. Then he goes in his backyard and he finds a Caterpie. Oh, I shouldn't make fun. Okay. I do actually want to see though where I can catch a Pinsir. Let's just check really quickly, because I would really like to have the Pinsir. Although Pinsir and Scyther are those kind of Pokemon that look really cool, but they're pretty useless if you actually want to use them. Excuse me, my laryngitis is acting up again. Area. Where can I catch you? So that looks like it's the Safari Zone on the bottom. But what's up here? Why? What the hell is up there? Weird. I like that though. What was the other Pokemon that I don't have? Eevee. Can I catch an Eevee anywhere? And I can catch Eevee, so I can get all 150 Pokemon. No, maybe not, because I still have to get some for trade, right? There's Alakazam when you trade your Abra or your Kadabra, and then there's Machop when you trade him to get Machamp, and then there's somebody else. Isn't there 3 Pokemon that you have to trade to evolve? I could have sworn there was 3. Low kick. Now, what level is Brock's Pokemon? Is 10 strong enough? I mean, I've got low kick. I kind of wanted double kick from the Nidoran. So let's try to push Nidoran up higher. Because then I would have 2 Pokemon that could do a good move against the rock Pokemon. That way if I went in and the Pokemon were like really high above me, I might have a chance. Just use Horn Attack, I guess. Bloop. Oh, I thought it was going to kill him in one shot. It didn't. I should probably bring Horn Attack to the top so it's easier to select. It is funny when I play, I always find like there's like one move and that's like my go-to move and I just always use it. I remember how excited I was when I saw you, Vulpix, and now I'm like, oh, I'm so used to you. I have to say I am enjoying the idea that the Pokemon are different, so it feels a little bit different versus whenever you play, like I said, I played Blue and I played Yellow so many times. I had Red, but my brother played it. It was technically his Red he got for Christmas. So it was him and Dad who played the Red and I would play the Blue and the Yellow. And you know, you get used to it. You know what Pokemon are in what areas and whatever, and it's not different. But being that this is the Legacy version, there's stuff that's different and I don't exactly know what all the differences are. The husband found the game. Mr. found the games and he's the one who's like, oh, you should play the Legacy version instead of playing just Yellow. And I was like, it's all just Pokemon. I don't care which one I play. Horn Attack. I forgot I had moved it. I was going to go down to the bottom and hit it. But no, I moved it. Got to put it back at the top. I like the little changes too. Like, because I'm pretty sure the Pokeball to tell you caught it only came on gold. Is where it started. Like gold and silver. But it was such a nice thing to have. Same thing with the XP bar. To be able to tell you how much more XP you needed to level up. Like, you don't really need to know. Looking at it and knowing it doesn't help you at all. But at least I, and I'm sure I'm not the only one, would go in regularly and be like, okay, well, how much XP do I need to get to the next level? And I do it like every like 3 or 4 times I kill a Pokemon and be like, okay, well, how much more do I need now? How much more do I need now? Or sometimes I would sit there and do the math and be like, oh, I need to kill like 10 more Pokemon and then I can get a level up or whatever. Because there's not a whole lot else to do, to be honest, while you're playing. It's a little more entertaining now when I'm on Twitch because, excuse me, my throat. Because I have something I can talk. When I'm at home as a kid playing Pokemon Yellow, I'm not going to sit in my room and talk to myself. Which is strange because that's what I'm doing now. But this, for some reason, does not make me crazy? I don't know. Maybe it does make me crazy. Excuse me. My throat. Yeah, I'm not quite over the laryngitis. It's, we're almost there. Almost there. But, it was funny. I went to the doctor's to get it checked out because it was really bad at one point. It was pretty bad. And the doctor was like, just don't use your voice. And I'm like, what do you mean don't use my voice? She's like, I mean, I know you talk for a living, but just don't. Just don't talk. And I'm like, okay. Do I want to make room for double kick? Yes, 100%. Pay attention. This is not one of those things where you want to push the wrong button because I haven't saved. So I'd have to go back and deal with that. And we are going to get rid of Leer because Leer's a stupid move. And if anybody wants to challenge me on that, Leer's a stupid move. Okay. And Nidoran learned double kick. Woo! Okay, so I'm going to go heal. I'm not going to go heal. I'm going to go fight this guy. And I'm going to move my moves around because I don't want double kick in the middle. Which is also funny because from all the years that I've played it, I always, when I have certain Pokemon, I always put the moves in the same order. Always. And that one's the next one to go. Oh, double kick did not work on Nidoran female. I should have used Poison Sting. Or the Horn Attack. Let's use Horn Attack. It's always my go-to. Horn Attack. Bloop. Pretty good. And see, I don't understand this because there's a 6 gap here. I'm like literally double as strong as this Nidoran. And I still can't take the Nidoran out. Like, I don't understand the math behind it. But whatever. It's a different problem. Okay, so now we're in town. And I'm gonna go save. Always save. Always heal before you save and turn off your game, because you don't want to start a game and then figure it out you didn't heal. And it doesn't matter what game you're playing, if it's Pokemon or an RPG or whatever. If you're gonna turn off your game, you make sure you save everything. So let me just check. I wanted to see how many Pokemon I had. So 15. We were at 8, so we did really well. There's a few more Pokemon. Oh no, it's seen. Oh, I'm disappointed now. I was like, oh, we did so well. 15. That's pretty good. No, we've seen 15. We have 13. That's a little disappointing. But what can we do? But I think I'm going to call it here because my voice is starting to sound real bad and I don't think anybody wants to hear this. So before I completely lose my voice, I'm going to double check that I saved this. Yes, Taylor saved the game. Perfect, because I don't want to turn it off and then not have saved. But thank you for watching. Check out our YouTube channel if you haven't already seen it. And if that's Taylored Breaks, TAYLORED BREAKS on YouTube, where we open Pokemon cards and we fight to see who is going to have the best pulls. And there's some other things that we do on there, like is it worth it? And we have a lot of fun on the channel. And if you are from the channel and you're here watching it on Twitch, that's great. The Twitch streams are Sunday around 8ish, depending on, you know, if I can actually get to my computer. Today I started a little bit early, but tomorrow, next Sunday, who knows what I'm going to do. And thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. And I apologize for the terrible voice. Hopefully the laryngitis will go away if I can just stop talking. Thank you for watching.